Once again, good morning to all. Regarding the loan approval, one of the mandatory requirements is an ordinance to be approved by the Sangguniang Bayan, and this will be validated by the Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Zamboanga, Sibugay. And this is ratifying the approved term and condition of DBP lending entered into by the municipal mayor, which shall contain a provision that such ratification includes in any all subsequent request by the LGU for modification, revision, or amendment to be made on the project, as well as on its approved terms and conditions, and which makes the loan statutory obligation of the LGU, including the following: the LGU to execute the term loan agreement, promissory notes, and other documents relating thereto, and specifically stating that the obligations of the LGU thereunder, as well as the terms and conditions thereof, shall be valid and binding on the LGU, and shall not be subject to recall by the Sangguniang Bayan for the whole term of the loan, regardless of any change in its composition. And the continuing assignment of the LGU's deposit with holdout on deposit equivalent to only 1 monthly amortization. And the inclusion of appropriation and debt servicing in the LGU's annual budget in accordance with the local government code until the loan is fully paid. The undertaking that the LGU will not incur additional obligation, indebtedness without DBP's prior consent. Authority to provide and obtain credit information from credit bureaus and other banks' creditors, as well as required under Republic Act 9510 on Credit Information System Act and Republic Act 173 on Data Privacy Act of 2012. And lastly, the authority for the mayor to execute letter to BSP waiving the LGU's rights to confidentiality of information. That's all, Your Honor, and hoping for the favorable action of this request. Thank you.
Any questions, verification? With regards to the presentation of Mr. Sisa? Is it pressure, everybody?
Mr. Serafin? Good morning, Mr. Chair. If
Yes,
I may have
the
the floor.
Honorable Catalonia.
Yes, good morning. Sir, I just want to inquire if they already submitted the two requirements for the borrowing or for the loan. The first one would be the NDSC and the borrowing capacity from the BLGF, and the second is the favorable opinion from the MB?
Yung number 1, submitted na konsyal. Yung number 2, ongoing pa. Kasi that is a pre-release requirement. Hindi tayo makapag-release, wala tayong monetary board opinion. Yung regarding the certification from the Department of Finance, nakasubmit na po.
Do you have it with you, sir?
Copy?
Yes.
Yes, I have.
You have copy. The MB,
In my opinion, ongoing pa.
Okay.
Pero hindi ta mag-release ug wala ng MB opinion.
Kenor? Clarification?
Honorable Chair,
Yes, the Honorable Serafin Ramos.
I would like to ask the representative from TBP as to when was this loan approved, because in your notice of approval, it didn't, wala may mention dire nga kano sa na-approve.
In the letter, it is November 7, 2024. So, maybe, para sa ako alang pod, mga last 2 days o 1 day lang man na siya. Dawat sa loan approval, maghimo naman dahil may ugwan later. Kasi nakulang mo diri, wala nabutang ka na sa na-approve.
The notice of loan approval dated November 7,
7.
2024.
Yes.
So, nagpasabot nga ang below was approved earlier,
Yes, Your Honor.
pero kano sa mga na-approve.
I will just call the account officer.
Basi maglibog ka ba? Kay ang DBP, ang EDO passed a resolution authorizing the municipal mayor, Anamel C. Oligario, to negotiate a loan with DBP in the amount of 165 million to cover various projects identified below. So, with that resolution, automatic ang DBP nga gi-process ang mga loan application.
Yes, sir.
Kaya kini kung himo na to karon, DBP is requesting us to ratify the terms and conditions sa kani mga loans ato. So it's specified there, the terms and conditions. Dagan kay ni. So I think the terms and conditions more or less na satisfy man ato, except siguro bayan na niyang giingon diri nga kaning certification man sa monetary board,
Monetary board opinion.
monetary board. Have we already secured from the monetary board?
It is
The
under process
certification?
pa, konsyal.
So natin
Muhatag naman ni sila basta ang nanatay BLG certification, mahatag lagi ni sila monetary board opinion.
So na po another requirements there from the DILG, certification as to the certification of good financial housekeeping
financial housekeeping.
to be obtained from the Department of the Interior and Local Government. Siguro nakisecure ka po tani.
Murag na aman.
Okay na. Kaya kanina ang monetary board opinion din eh. Mo ni lisod ko aon.
Di, sayon ra.
Sayon ra. Ato na tani.
Hapit na.
Kaya based on your kuan siguro, I think the BP will not practice the kung dili intact mga requirements.
That is a pre-release requirement man. So, di tayo maka-release kung wala na siya. So, pwede ra i-process, then pre-release requirement lang siya.
So anak pala siguro kaya kita God. Ngano nga ang DBP sila ay nag-prepare sa proposed ordinance. Dili kita sa LGU. Kaya kamo may nibalo kung sa mga terms and condition nga ibutang dito sa mga ordinance. Kami may gibalo. So muna yung rason diya. So ang atong imoon sa SB is only to ratify the terms and condition stated in the annex 1 masiguro. So that is our kaya na-approve naman loan. Di man po ninyo na di na i-disapprove na ito ang ordinance kaya naman. In the first place, ang resolution, wala may, we are all in favor. Kaya doon na pa hingsupak, so doon object sa mga resolution na ito nga authorizing the Bureau to negotiate with the DBP for the loan 165 million. So ang atong himuon na is only to ratify whatever terms conditions stated in the ordinance. Sige.
One more. The
I
Honorable
just want
Catalunya.
to inquire, mga timeline in terms of mahatag ang monetary board opinion.
Baka this month.
So within 10 days.
Kay apas man ta kay kung mo kuangod ta di na siya ma-comply na to tanan within December baka ma-absent ta sa election ban. Dito na to ang kuan release dayon para ma-comply tanan mga requirements.
Mr. Chair,
Yes,
may I have the floor?
Yes,
Sir,
Honorable.
gusto lang namin klaruhon ang MB opinion, dili marilis ang loan unless na ang MB opinion. But we need to approve first an authority para makabil ang lungsod sa Ipil og loan.
Yes, that is a mandatory requirement ng ordinance. Kinahanglan gid na. Pwede man ka-sign si Mayor sa mga loan documents kung wala na siya. Kaya authorize man siya to sign the loan agreements. Katong primero resolution man gud para authorize to
Negotiate.
obtain a loan.
To
karon,
negotiate.
negotiate. Karon, authority to the mayor to sign all the loan documents.
Ordinance.
Mr. Chair, polish na tanan sir ang terms and conditions no para sa LGU nga among ma-avail ang loan sa LGU.
Repeat to.
Oo. Polish na tanan pila ka tuig ang percentage ano polish na tanan.
Polish na tanan. Tanan. Okay na siya. Plaster na.
Thank you, Sir Nit. If other members still have unless other members have still inquiry.
Okay. Any more clarifications with regards to the said request?
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
uh, we would like to extend our thanks to the DBP for shedding light on the matter nga gi-inquire gyud sa Sangguniang Bayan relative sa loan application of which naanay notice of loan approval. Thank you, Sir Nitz.
Also, thank you for banking with us.
Mr. Chair, with this, Mr. Chair, may I have the floor, Mr. Chair?
Yes, the Honorable Toralba.
With this, Mr. Chair, may I move for an ordinance authorizing the municipality of Ipil to avail a loan with the Development Bank of the Philippines in the amount of 165 million for the purpose that was stated. I submit and so move, Mr. Chair.
Tina second to the motion.
I second to that
Julie
motion.
Second
seconded.
motion. Second motion.
Duly seconded by the Honorable Palalon and the Honorable Ramos. Any discussion? Any further discussion? Any amendments? Objection? We are now in the period of objection. Is there any objection? The Honorable Sabihan, are you stating an objection?
Mr. Chair, I just want to ask if this is the first reading, like Committee of the Whole.
Yes, it will transcend. No, in one setting, this ordinance will be approved by after this kaning sa ato ang Committee of the Whole. So we're now in the period of objection.
Okay.
Yes. Are you objecting? The Honorable Sabihon has stated his objection. So there is an objection. Mr. Floor, may we proceed with the division of the House? For those who are in favor in the passage of this ordinance, kindly raise your right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For those who are not in favor, 1, 2, and 3. So there are 6. Yeah, 6 votes in favor of this passage of the ordinance, and 3 votes are not in favor. So
Mr. Chair,
yes,
just to put that on record with the other members of this honorable chamber who were against on the approval of this particular ordinance. Just for record, Mr. Chair, can we request them to manifest their objection, Mr. Chair?
Okay. Mr. Chair,
okay.
I
Can
would
we
like
have that explanation of the 3 members who opposed after the chair would rule? Can we have Honorable Toralba their explanation after I have ruled this said ruling? Okay. Before I would like to rule this said for this ordinance for the approval, I have here a DILG opinion, a decided case before with regards to the number of votes needed, whether it's a simple majority or the qualified majority. Since we are 12 members here, including the presiding officer, of which I could not vote, but appeal ko sa IHAP, no, sa 12 members of this Sangguniang Bayan. It's because it is stated here that it needs an affirmative vote or a qualified majority vote. If we will compute, no, the said votes needed for this ordinance to be passed or to be approved, or the said loan to be approved, ug atong ihapon 12, ang qualified majority is 50% plus 1. That's the qualified or simple majority of all the members of the said body. So ug atong computon ang number only six have voted for the approval. So kulang og usa ka boto, in of which dili siya mo master sa maong gi-require nga qualified majority.
Mr. Chair, is that a jurisprudence?
If Sige lang. Maybe you could contest my ruling after I have ruled this gone. We can have a recess first. Recess for a minute. Okay, back to order. For local government code, for the municipality, for us to have to creating indebtedness, as it has been stated here, kinahanglan po siya og affirmative vote of a majority of all the Sangguniang Bayan for its passage. So for me, I'd like to rule now that this ordinance would need 7 or 7.5 or 8 votes. So di man pwede ang 0.5, so we need 8. So for my ruling, with regards to this ordinance, this could not be approved, no, as it has been stated. So the chair would like to rule that this the approval of this ordinance could not muster or have the required vote.
Mr. Chair, you are out of order because we are on recess.
Back to order naman ako.
Ano pa na?
Back to order.
Back to order na? Wala pa good nag-roll?
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
dura lang ko'y pangutana sa antong representative from DBP.
Okay.
Kung mahiyo, kaya naman ko dito, ang front-end fee, waive. Extension fee, waive. Prepayment penalty, 3%. Dayo na po yung commitment fee, waive. Kani commitment fee, waive na in case nga padayon tag-loan. Pero kayo wata mo padayon og loan, basta pabayaron ta ni DBP. Commitment fee. I request Mr. Season to comment on this. Gihago ang ilang panahon pag-process niyang loan na to, di biya na madali.
Wala na. Kaya halimbawa, di madayon ang loan, wala na. Wala siya commitment fee. Commitment fee ka naman na siyang nakarelease na ta. Di nakarelease na una. Then, itong next release na to, wala na to yung commitment fee. Dapat magpa-release ka. Pero kay wala pa man, wala na siya commitment fee.
Thank you.
Okay, considering that this body has been converted to committee of the whole, any motion that this body be converted back into the regular body. Regular. Convert body. May I request our floor leader for the motion.
Before that,
Convert this
Mr.
body.
Chair, Honorable Turalpa said it that we should manifest why we object.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Chair,
Go ahead.
I object because I don't have any against the loan. The plan of the mayor, no. Just for me, Mr. Chair, nakita lang nako is ang social services na to mas mawala sunod. So, unta marespetuhan lang po ang desisyon nganong ni object me. So that's all, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
The Honorable Catalunya, the reason for your objection.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Speaking out about this loan means that we want to have informed decision. If our local finance, if only our local finance can present to a schedule or summary on how our finances will look like in the succeeding year should we take up this loan. This will give a clear picture understanding on financial status, considering that we have statutory obligations to our employees, ensuring that we can sustain the salary increase up to the fourth tranche. But most importantly, that we do not compromise the services to our people. The magnitude of impact of this loan to our financial situation should be delivered crystal clear, not only to us legislatives, but of course to our constituents. Because after all, they are the end users, and it's the people's money. I am objecting because this is the rational and logical decision to make. I do not want to compromise our statutory obligations to our employees, especially that I want to ensure that we can sustain our financial status, ensuring that we can give the fourth tranche in salary increase. And of course, we do not compromise the budget per department so we can deliver basic services to our constituents. Now, this loan, I think, will compromise those two important factors. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Next, the Honorable Dampalan.
Good morning, everyone. Masasabi ko lang po dito isa, simple lang, parang wala sa panahon. Yun lang po. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I think the three members have already explained their on their side their reason for objecting the said ordinance.
Mr. Chair, can I inquire?
Yes.
Still in relation with the decision of the presiding officer, isn't it a majority only in the majority present majority rule?
All members of this body.
All members? Na ba jurisprudence ana vice sa Supreme Court?
What I have here is an opinion or coming from DILG with in relation to Bayan of Rizal, Quezon, April 13, 2015. And also wala siya ni master sa maong required nga qualified majority vote. Okay, so Mr. Floor, may we convert this body back to the regular session? May we have this body back to regular session? Back to order?
Item E-4, we have here, as endorsed by the Municipal Mayor, the request of COA, COMELEC, Liga Hall, and PAO to charge the prior year obligation to the current appropriation for the payment of electric consumptions amounting to 470,153.56.
Honorable Chair, I move this matter be referred to Committee on Appropriation.
Refer this matter to Committee on Appropriations.
Item E-5, duly endorsed again from the Mayor's Office, is a copy of a MOA to be entered into by and between LGU Ipil and the Philippine Statistics Authority for the implementation of the batch request system or BRICS to be implemented in this municipality.
Honorable Chair, I move that this item be referred to Committee on Rules.
Refer to Committee on Rules and Ordinances.
Item E-6, communication from Honorable Ann K. Hofer, Provincial Governor, requesting for a resolution of no objection to the construction of a sports complex at Barangay Lumbia being one of the requirements before the issuance of the ACC.
Honorable Chair,
Yes.
move that this matter be referred to Committee on Rules.
Refer to Committee on Rules and Ordinances.
Letter of no, what's that?
Objection.
Resolution
For no objection.
of no objection. Mr. Chair, just a point of order, may I move that matter, Mr. Chair, be referred to the Committee on Housing and Land Utilization?
Yes, let this matter be referred to Committee on Land Use.
Item E-7, duly endorsed from the mayor, copy of the deed of donation of the LGU Ipil and the Department of Education for the following supplies: 37 pieces trauma bag with medical kit and 74 pieces trash bins.
Honorable Chair, I move that this item be referred to Committee on Rules.
Refer to Committee on Rules.
We have ordinance from Barangay Bakalan, ordinance number 001, series of 2024, enacting the Barangay Revenue Code.
Refer to Committee on Rules and Ordinances.
We are now on the committee report, sir.
Mr. Floor Leader, may we proceed with the committee reports?
We are now on committee report. Is there any member who has committee report? Please raise your hand.
Mr. Chair, I have.
Honorable Chair, I move that Honorable Turalba be recognized.
Mr. Chair, Committee Report number 478 of the Committee on Rules, Ordinances, and Resolutions. The subject is the proposed municipal ordinance setting guidelines on the retirement of Barangay Agri-Fishery Program Coordinators at the BAPCO and providing funds thereof. The Committee on Rules, Ordinances, and Resolutions to which the above subject matter was referred for review. After review, the committee find it appropriate to consider the proposed ordinance meritorious, consistent, and beneficial to our Barangay Agri-Fishery Program Coordinators, of whom we consider an ally in promoting agri-program in the municipality. The committee therefore is favorable on the proposed ordinance, thus recommending to set for second reading on the next regular session. I move, Mr. Chair, for the approval, for the adoption of the committee report number 478 of the Committee on Rules, Ordinances, and Resolutions.
There's a motion for the adoption of the committee report, duly seconded by the Hafid Mohammed. Discussion? Any objection? The motion is hereby carried.
Committee report number 476.
Committee report
That will be all, Mr. Chair, for the Committee on Rules.
Honorable Chair, I move that Honorable Palalon be recognized.
Okay,
for
the Honorable
committee
Palalon,
report.
go ahead.
Good morning. Committee report number 476 on Committee on Appropriation and Finance. Subject is letter endorsed from the municipal mayor to charge the current appropriation, the prior year's salaries of Ms. Cindy L. Rojo, a regular employee of this LGU, covering the period of May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December 2023 in the total amount of 74,008.69 pesos. The remarks and recommendation of the Committee on Appropriation and Finance ask for technical assistance for preliminary review at the Office of the Municipal Budget relative to the subject matter for the charging of the prior year's salaries of Ms. Cindy L. Rojo to the current appropriation, and the same certified that the request of Ms. Cindy L. Rojo be included in the next supplemental budget in the amount of 74,008.69 pesos. I move for the adoption of the committee report number 476, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion for the adoption of the said committee report, duly seconded. The motion is hereby carried.
Committee report number 477, 479, and 480. Subjects are the supplemental budget number 3 for CY 2024 of Barangay Sanito, amounting to 4,592,735.70 pesos. SK supplemental budget for CY 2024 of Barangay Sanito, amounting to 298,990.28 pesos, and the annual budget for CY 2025 of Barangay Buluan, amounting to 6,664,318.50 pesos. The remarks and recommendations of the Committee on Appropriation and Finance, to which was referred the Barangay and SK supplemental budgets for CY 2024 of Barangay Sanito and annual budget for CY 2025 of Barangay Buluan of this municipality for review, evaluation, and approval. The said Barangay and SK supplemental budgets for CY 2024 and annual budget for CY 2025 has been referred to the local finance committee through the municipal budget officer for technical review and preliminary review. After review, it is hereby declared operative in its entirety, effective upon its approval, subject to the posting requirements under Section 59 of RA 7160, and further subject to the conditions cited in the local finance committee review. In the implementation of its budget, the LGU must ascertain adherence to the fundamental principles enumerated in Section 305 of the Code. It is understood that the review action does not authorize any item of appropriation that is specifically prohibited by or inconsistent with the provisions of law. The committee hereby recommends for its approval, provided that compliance with the foregoing in the execution of the budget shall be the sole responsibility of the implementing barangay and SK government using the standard guidelines or procedures in the budget execution phase prescribed under the Budget Civil Service laws, budgeting, accounting, and auditing rules and regulations. Mr. Chair, I move for the adoption of the committee report numbers 477, 479, and 480.
Any seconded motion?
Second.
Duly seconded. Discussion? Any objection? There being none, the motion is hereby approved.
With that, Mr. Chair, I move to pass for a resolution declaring operative in its entirety of the supplemental budget number 3 for CY 2024 of Barangay Sanito, amounting to 4,592,735.70 pesos, and the SK supplemental budget for CY 2024 of Barangay Sanito, amounting to 298,990.28 pesos. Lastly, the annual budget for CY 2025 of Barangay Buluan, amounting to 6,664,318.50 pesos. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Seconded motion for the approval. Duly seconded. Discussion? Any amendments? Objection? There being none, the motion is hereby approved.
That would be all, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Palalon.
Any more committee report? Any other member who has still committee report, please raise your hand. None were through with the committee report, Honorable Chair. Next item.
Madam Secretary.
Okay, for the business calendar second reading, we have 3 still. Item B, that's 1, the ordinance declaring Bayan kung Pinagmulan as official hymn of this municipality is laid on the table. Number 2, adoption of the Palingke QR code program to be implemented in this municipality. This is sponsored by Honorable Catherine Turalba.
Mr. Chair, may I move
Yes.
that particular ordinance be set again for the next regular session? Thank you.
Okay, let this ordinance be calendared for second reading on the next regular session.
Item B, that's 3, an ordinance implementing and enforcing the provisions of Republic Act 9208, otherwise known as the Anti-Trafficking in Persons Act of 2003, as amended by Republic Act number 10364, or then expanded Anti-Trafficking in Persons Act of 2023 and further amended by Republic Act 11862 or the expanded Anti-Trafficking in Persons Act of 2022 and for other purposes. This is sponsored by, again, by Honorable Catherine Turalba.
Mr. Chair, I move that this matter be set again for second reading pending public hearing, Mr. Chair.
Okay, let this ordinance be calendared for
Still set for second reading
Second
pending public hearing, Mr.
Okay.
Chair.
okay. Madam Secretary, kindly take note of it.
Will noted, sir. Business on third and final reading, we have one, the ordinance reclassifying 10,000 square meters portion of parcel number lot number 1244-B TCT 35138 containing an area of 30,986 square meters situated at Veterans Village from agricultural to commercial, and this is in regards to the request of Dr. Sipod.
Okay, we are now on the third and final reading. For those who are in favor of this ordinance, kindly raise your right hand and say aye.
Aye.
How about the Honorable Ramos? We are in the third and final reading of the ordinance reclassifying 10,000 square meters. Okay, all are in favor of this ordinance. Let this ordinance be is hereby approved for the third and final reading.
Or on other matters, sir.
Okay,
Mr.
other
Chair.
matters? Yes.
I move for the suspension of the rules.
Rules suspended.
Mr. Chair, we have here present our local chief executive. May I move, Mr. Chair, that she will be recognized.
Okay. Recognizing and acknowledging our municipal mayor, Anna C. Oligario.
Okay, good morning. Thank you sa inyong pagpan sa ako karong buntaga. I would just like to express what happened last week, no? Imposible man pud siguro ko ang lima magdungan og leave, di ba? I know you're against. I know, and then Vice, I would like to ask you just limit lang pud sa ato ang kwan, no? Sa ato ang pagkwan sa ako daghang kayong text messages na dawat nako nga niingon ka, maong maglo na atong mayor kay gamiton sa eleksyon. Please, korektahan ti ka. Ayaw, i-deny. Nganong mamalit og ekwipo? Ikaw intay mayor, may balaan nimo unsay problema sa atong mga ekwipo. Unsay problema sa mga barangay. Nganong mangyud magdungan, amdungan. Kung against mo sa law nato, please lang, no? Votation. Wala man ako ni gibulsa, makita man ninyo ni sa project. And besides, before ta nag-start ani nagplano, naamo naaprobahan nato ni. Naata sa discussion nato. And then ang pait lang ba nga ingnon gamiton nako sa eleksyon ang kwarta sa loan. Kay balo man ka Vice, nga since nag-start ko sa akong pamolitika, wa ko nang gamit og kwarta sa laing tao. And you are part sa akong kwarta. Since pagdagan nimo, Auntie Amiwas, nag-support nimo. I give you 1 million last election para tabangan ka. Then here I am, ako'y daotan karon. Di ba, Vice? Ako lang ba? Dili na to i-jeopardize atong trabaho. Let's set aside politics. Ningon bitaw ganina si Cons, kabahin sa sweldo. Yes, dili ako'y nag-isurya, kundili ang mga empleyado. Unsay mo ni, the right word ang gigamit. Walay pulos, gadawat og dagkong sweldo. And then ingon nila na resulta sa atong gipangpili nga mga SB members. Abi man namo mo serbisyo og tarong. Now, nag-file og leave, Honorable Sabihon. A day sa session. Gipirmahan ni Vice, Ni pirma si Vice, nga, si Vice tag-leave. Saan pagpirma kung naka-leave ka? And then, Honorable Dayan, pagtawag na ko ni Dr. Averson, ay, na ay medical outreach mayor, muadto ba ka? O, asa man, buluan. Okay, yes, muadto ko. Adto mayor kay muadto pud si Konsihal Dayan. Wa po na kay balong naka-file ba siya libo unsa dinha. So ni adto ko. Nagkita mi sa iyahang driver. Nangutana pag ko, naa si Cons, unsay giingon, wala, gipadala lang ang iyang aparatos. Pag abot na ko dito sa medical outreach, unsay tubag dito sa unsay ingon, mo ani man kuno si SB, pero mo attend sa siya session, pero wala man lagi. Mo na katingalahan. Mo na akong giingon, trabaho sa ta, unya ng pamulitika, palihog. And besides, kining mga projects nga atong gihisgutan, dili ni para ako, para sa lungsod sa Ipil ni. Dili po ni ingon, dungog na ako, dungog na atong tanan sa atong administration. Kana lang ba? Ako lang trabaho sa ta, unya ng pamulitika. Paita sa ako ang kwan karon, ako'y nadatugan, habot sa mga asambleya, ako'y tirahan, gamito ni Mayor ang kwarta salon. So man ako paggamit ana. Nga dili man na nimo makubra. Dili man na ingon nga one time na nga pagkwan ana. Kay balo naman ta sa proseso ana. Ako ba Vice? Anti man gyud ko nimo, kay balo man ka giunsa nimo pag-start sa imuhang pamulitika. Ayaw lang pud pala bihig tira si auntie. Niabot ka ana nga position because of your auntie. Niabot ka. Ha? Iman ilang na. Ako lang dinhi sa mga SB members nga dili ako klaruhon na lang nako ni. Dili ako kay kontrapartido ta. Trabaho lang sa ta. Unahon sa nato ang kaayuhan sa lungsod sa Ipil. Ningon po dato ang secretary during sa flag ceremony. Unsay imong gisulti dito lay? Ako lang po mingon ko. Una sa tanan, once maapurbahan ng ordinansa, masulod ang supplemental. Wala ko niingon nga naka-agenda ang supplemental. Kay mao man ay gisulti during flag ceremony. So usbon ako ni na ako karon dinhi para lang klaruhon tanan ang istorya. Sa 5 members of this and sa mga sangguniang bayan, I know for sure kung ako lang ay lang ikalain Cons, Dangpalan, kung naa si Farida. Nag-istorya gyud mi kabahin salon, mayor ato gyud ning paningkamutan nga maaprubahan kay gwapo ni nga mga project nato. I know, di siya mo against ani. Kay kami good mismo nag-istoryahanay. And then here you are. Nikwan ka, pero okay man, that's your own decision. Pero ako lang, klaro nga istorya lang ni. Klaro lang yun yung istorya. Live man ta. Ngano man yun, magdungan man yun mo kung file og leave kamong lima. Kaya baluko against mo. Pero kung against mo, ani, kato pa untang una pagplano nato ani, nisulti na unta mo sa inyong mga gusto. Dili kay sa karon, nga grabe ng trabaho ani. Grabe ng ang preparation ani. Then karon pa mo mangwan ani. Ana lang, klaro lang ni nga istorya. Dili man ipaingon sa bulsa ni Mayura. Paingon man ni sa proyekto nato. Paingon man ni sa merkado. Ang merkado atong ayuhon kay ngano atong bread and butter nato ang merkado. Gihulat ni nila nga project. Nen kamo may mubabag, di man pud amo nga and hopefully next session kompleto mo. Mao lang gina ako I hope kompleto lang yun mo next session. Kay total di man ako'y madaot ani. Kamo man pud. Muna akong gingon, gibutang mo sa mga katawhan para mo serbisyo. Managan man magbalik. Hulaton lang nato, gitirahan man ko pirmi ninyo karon sa mga asambleya. Hulatan lang pod panahon sa kampanya na gyud. And manggawas na niya tanan yung baho. Dili ni hagit kundi mututugan ko sa tinuod, sulti ko sa tinuod. Kay sobra ako nadunggan against nako, gikan pa gyud sa kadugo nako sa akong pag-umangkon. Ang kaning akong pag-umangkon nga maoy ang ante mo'y nagbutang sa iyang position karon. Silingan pa mi. Unang moingon ko, kalma lang ta vice. Kay hupo ayag hulata nga ako nay mosunod. Kay basit tanan baho ninyo manggawas. Ana na, thank you. Hopefully next week kompleto mo. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Just for the record, with regards to barangay assemblies, everything is recorded. There na sila barangay secretaries, pwede ma-check dito tanan statements. Of course, recorded man for the record. For the
Mr.
record,
Chair,
barangay
Mr. Chair.
assemblies. Ako lang for the record kay live man ni. For the record lang po, I never said those statements, ma-check man pila ka barangays ang naisgutan because barangay assembly gitagaan kog time to give updates. So hatag batag updates ana atay pressing issue with regards to loan. Maura man na. I never said nga gibutang sa bulsa. These two can testify and the Honorable Dang Palan could testify na og pinakakuan gid recorded ang barangay assemblies. Nay secretary nga ga-shut down sa minutes. 9 minutes we could show the minutes if whether we have said those statements or not. So I'm not guilty of it. So okay ra. It's recorded. Pwede ma-check sa matag barangay ang mga minutes, no? Kung magpamatuod ginisulti ba ta na mabutang. That's it. Thank you. Okay, other matter? Back to order.
Mr. Chair, I move to adjourn.
Okay, session is adjourned.